Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt, and today is 1 Ounce Wednesday. On 1 Ounce Wednesday, I take a blind sample out of these boxes behind me. I pour it in a glass, I swirl it, I smell it, I taste it, and we review it. Real fast. Got 2 boxes spinning on a Lazy Susan. Gonna reach in, grab a sample. Oh, this feels like a big one. This feels like a big one. That'll do. Giving it a good swirl, giving it a good swirl job. Color on this whiskey is dark. It is a dark color. I would say that it is probably not an Irish whiskey or like a single malt. It's probably been aged in new charred oak, I would imagine, or maybe possibly a double oaked product. Go for a nose. Wow. That is grapey, pruny. Grapes and prunes has a little bit of a dusty whiskey note to it, possibly like an older whiskey, not like aged old, but like from yesteryear. You know what I mean? Like from a while back. Little banana runts on here. A little bit of banana runts. The Circus peanut candy, the orange ones that come in the bag, they used to be 2 for $1 when I was a kid, but nowadays you can't get anything for $1, let alone 2 things. But the orange Circus peanuts, the candy, that's what that reminds me of, and I used to love those things. Super sweet, super sugary. That smells like a vintage candy, if that candy were full of alcohol. The more I smell it, the more it has like almost like a hot skillet smell. Like if you got a cast iron skillet really, really hot, and then you forgot to put something in it, and then you put sugar in it. Cheers. Ding. Oh wow. Super fruity and sweet. It's lighter on the palate than I imagined for some reason. It's not packing quite as much of a punch as I was thinking, but that's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. It's super sweet. It's oily. It's coating the mouth really well. This reminds me of a dusty bourbon. This reminds me of a bourbon from not today, but like a while back. It's very good. The datey, pruny, raisiny, like that extra dark fruit is really coming through on the palate. I got it on the nose, but it's really sinking into the palate. It's like vanilla extract mixed with some raisins and prunes and dates, like just mushed up into a bowl, mushed up right into a bowl. This feels like something I should be enjoying with somebody else, not by myself. This feels like a pour that I should be sharing with another person. It just tastes good and special. If I sound like shit, it's because I'm just getting over a cold. I'm just getting over a cold and I still have some remnants like kind of in my facial region. Now some Skittles. Like the red bag of Skittles kind of just in this glass in liquid form. Maybe Skittles from, I don't know, like the 70s or 80s or something. It's not super complex. It does a few twists and turns. It kind of shifts from sweet on the front of the palate to like a little bit of that dusty remnant on the back of the palate and into the finish. Just that dusty whiskey note. And if you don't know what that is, then you definitely need to try a whiskey from the 80s or something like that. And as soon as you try a whiskey from the 80s, you'll know what I'm talking about. There is a specific note that people call the dusty note, and that's what I call it. Maybe I'm just the people I'm talking about. But anyway, it has that dusty note on the back end that kind of lingers. It's not overpowering, as a matter of fact. It's kind of like deliciously mingled. Fruity flavors, sweet flavors, that dusty note, kind of all piled into one. I wouldn't say this is over 100 proof. It's probably in like the 90 proof range. I'm gonna go ahead and say probably around 90 proof. It's extremely good. I like it a lot. Whatever it is friggin' delicious. So on this 1 Ounce Wednesday, whatever this pour is, receives a score from me of 8.4. 8.4, it's great. It is great. Gonna save that last little drip there until I know what it is so I can taste it one more time after knowing what it is. Super smart of me. On this 1 Ounce Wednesday, we were drinking Oh crap. No kidding. This is A.H. Hirsch Reserve 16 year from Jim Mazzelli. Jim Mazzelli, thank you so much for this. So it's a 91.6 proof, 16-year-old, distilled in the spring of 1974. So it's the 1974 A.H. Hirsch Reserve. Jim also sent me an A.H. Hirsch Reserve that I reviewed a while back. I'll put that up here. I'll put that link right there. I also got that same cast iron skillet note on that whiskey. So that's funny that I got the same hot metallic cast iron on both of them. That's crazy. Oh, it smells so good. That's gonna do it for today. That's gonna do it for this 1 Ounce Wednesday. Thank you one more time, Jim. I appreciate you. And I appreciate each and every one of you for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, and hit the thumbs up. Help a brother out. My name is Matt, this is ADHD Whiskey, and like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on having things done before they need to be done. For example, I was sick since last Friday. After my live stream last Friday, under the weather. Under the weather all weekend and into today. Today is Tuesday. 1 Ounce Wednesday is tomorrow. But when you're watching it, it's actually today. But I'm shooting this the day before. I wanted to have videos out earlier this week, but I didn't have anything shot, nothing recorded. What an idiot. I should have I'm still not feeling great. I should have multiple videos shot so when I do get sick or something happens, I still have stuff to edit, but no, not that smart. But I'll learn. I'll learn my lesson eventually. You, believe you me. Stop procrastinating. And I'm talking to you. And by you, I mean me. So if I watch this later, I'll be talking to myself, and I mean it. I mean it. Get stuff done ahead of time. You son of a bitch.